The fastest way to build business credit? Did you know there are some very easy steps to building business credit super fast? Yes, it is possible, and I'll be teaching you how to build business credit without even needing to make a large purchase. I have 4 tricks for you today, and I can promise you likely haven't heard some of these credit building tricks I'll be mentioning today. Just so you know, some of these special tricks come from my personal secret methods I've learned over the years. So watch each step I'll be sharing in this video, because to get the business credit fast, you'll need to do each step I share in the video. If you miss even one of these steps, you might have delays. So watch the video through, it's worth your time. Hello and welcome to the Income Series, where we talk about business, finance, and investing. I'm Brian Clark. I used to be a nurse anesthetist, a career I left after starting several online businesses. Now I come on YouTube to share how I've built successful businesses, the new ventures I'm doing, and all the things I'm learning along the way. Remember to join our community by smashing that like button. Also, I hope you've already subscribed. I work really hard to make sure I'm giving you the best business and financial information in my videos. So click subscribe. I value your time, so I'll do my best to earn your views in the future. Also too, much of the information in this video will be in my free guide I'm putting together for building business credit. I'm still working on putting that guide together, so as of now, anyone that wants it when I finish can simply sign up at my website in the description. Now, today we are talking about the fastest way to build business credit. So let's get into it. There are some online companies out there whose whole purpose is to help you create business credit that gets reported to the business credit bureaus. And the way they do this is by offering a low-cost paid subscription that is essentially a pay-for-credit history service. Now, there are a couple ways these companies work, so I'll go into detail with each one of these. The first of these companies I'll be telling you about is called eCredible. Now, eCredible helps your utility and telecom payments get reported on your business credit reports. You can link your different utility providers and phone providers, and then they help make sure all of that payment history gets reported. Also, these payments start getting reported as soon as a week from the time you sign up and link your accounts. So it's pretty fast. eCredible is also good about making sure these payments are reported to the business credit bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, Experian Business, and they also report it to CreditSafe. That can be important because although Dun & Bradstreet is the largest of the business credit bureaus, some lenders may look into your business credit reports created by some of the other bureaus. eCredible also reports your monthly subscription payment to them, to the bureaus, so you'll also have that to help build your business credit right away. Now, one of the things you need to be mindful of is eCredible can't connect to every utility and phone service. So if you have specific utilities you want to make sure they can report on, you may want to contact them before signing up. I'll also say, while this is a very fast way to initially get some payment history on your business credit report, you'll probably still need to build additional credit history to qualify for some larger trade lines. Okay, so that brings us to the next company that essentially offers a credit history as a service, and that's Biz Credit Central. Now, the way this works is after you buy their subscription, they will report to the business credit bureaus that they have extended your company a credit line anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000, with the ability to pay that borrowed money back anywhere within 30 to 90 days. Now, what I like about this is the trade line can start to show up on your business credit report within just a couple weeks, which is really fast compared to most companies that provide lines of credit, as these other companies are likely only going to report new lines of credit they give you after the first month. Now, Biz Credit Central does actually need to provide you with some type of line of credit since they are reporting that to the credit bureaus. But just as a heads up, these credit lines are very restrictive on what the money can be used for. The whole purpose of the subscription is so you can get some business credit history right away that will help you qualify for other lines of useful credit sooner. I do want to mention, as of the time of me filming this video, I'm not being paid by any of these companies, and I'm not even an affiliate for them. If that does change at some point, I'll try and make mention of it in the description later on. But as of right now, I'm really just telling you about these companies so you can have some new ideas on how to build business credit fast, okay? Now, some of you may want a line of credit right away that will help you build some really meaningful credit history that will help lead towards larger trade lines and business loans. A good place to start with that is a company called Uline. With Uline, you can apply for a line of vendor credit where you can order a variety of business products and then pay for those within 30 to 90 days. Uline mostly carries industrial cleaning, shipping, and office supplies. Most companies will need a variety of these products, so it's likely you'll find several things in their catalog that would be used in your business. Quill is another office supply company that offers vendor credit to newer companies. So there are a ton of these vendors that offer B2B vendor credit. So there's a good chance if you search for one that provides services or goods that you commonly use in your business that you might be successful. I would say too, don't underestimate vendor credit. It can be a big part to quickly building credibility with lenders. So I personally would take advantage of it if you can. Now, after you've established a bit of vendor credit, you can start looking at getting an in-store credit card with some of the larger big box stores. Now, some of these include Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Home Depot, and Lowe's. One of my favorites is the Sam's Club Business Credit Card because when you get this one, you can use it in both Sam's Club and Walmart. For those of you who don't know, Sam's Club and Walmart are owned by the same parent company. So that's why you can use your Sam's Club in-store business credit card in both stores. Obviously, if you own a construction company, the Home Depot or Lowe's business credit cards may be more useful to you. So it does largely depend on your specific type of business. Now, when you're signing up for one of these cards, it's important that all the business information is exactly correct in the application. Even if you have the business credit history to qualify for these in-store cards, they are quick to deny you for any little mistake on your application. Something I would recommend doing is already having all your business information written down when you go into Walmart or Sam's Club to apply for the card. Have your complete business name as it appears in your state registration. Also have your registered business address, phone number, and email. And I'd also recommend that you have your DUNS number written down as well. Now, a lot of the employees there are not signing up new companies for in-store credit cards on a regular basis, so try and make the process as easy as possible for them. This should help reduce the store employee's chance of performing an error when submitting your application. And I'm serious when I say this. Denials often come because the store's employee makes a mistake while inputting your business information. So you'll want to double check what they have typed on their screen before they go ahead and submit your application. Now, what's nice about these in-store credit cards is your company can often qualify for them without you having to put a personal guarantee. And if you even have a little bit of business credit history, there's a good chance you can qualify for an in-store credit line up to thousands of dollars. These in-store business credit cards really are excellent tools to help qualify for business credit cards and business loans later on. So definitely take advantage of them. Here's another one of my secrets with regards to getting in-store credit cards. And that is, if you're wanting to build a credit history fast, it can be a good idea to get these cards from several different stores. Look to get in-store credit cards from a few places and make sure to be using them and paying them off quickly. Now, if you just want a super easy way to get a business credit card right away for your new business, you do have a couple different options. The first is a secured business credit card. Just like with personal credit cards, there are also secured business credit cards offered by different lenders. A secured card is when you put down a deposit equal to the credit card's credit limit as a form of collateral. Since they have the collateral, this can be done without having to provide a personal guarantee. And you can literally apply for one of these the day you receive the EIN for your company. This credit card will start showing up on your business credit report within about a month of first receiving your card. Now, if you have the savings to put down a large deposit as collateral, that's great because that dollar amount will appear as your line of credit amount in your report. I think one of the bigger mistakes I see people make with this type of card is they don't take it very seriously. So they instead keep a very small deposit, resulting in a small credit line. The other option for getting a business credit card right away is simply offering a personal guarantee. And I'll say this, offering a personal guarantee on your first business credit card does not mean you'll need to provide a personal guarantee for all future credit cards or business loans. If you have good personal credit and you don't intend on making risky purchases with your business credit card, then I think this is a very good option to start. You can use this first credit card to build your business credit, and once you have some good payment history, apply for a business credit card that does not require a personal guarantee. At that point, you can just move over your purchases to the new card. For people who have brand new businesses, I think this could easily be one of the best options. It's easy for you to do. It can be done right away once you have your EIN. It builds some of the best type of credit history, and it's not something you have to keep doing forever. You use it until you qualify for trade lines that don't need your personal guarantee, and that's it. By the way, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, please go ahead and do that. I work hard to bring you as much value for free as possible, and it really helps out the channel. Also, by the way, this video is free. Also, hit subscribe and that little bell. I value your time, so I promise I'll always do my best to bring you valuable financial videos. Okay, so let's move on to the next big tip. Now we talked a bit about needing your EIN and a few other things before being able to build business credit. Let me go over that real quick, just in case you don't have that done yet. And this is one of the most important steps to building business credit. Okay, to build business credit, you first have to register your business within your state. You can usually do that at your state's website in about 10 to 20 minutes. When you do this, you'll need to choose what type of corporate structure you're going to register under. For most small businesses, I would recommend registering as a limited liability company, also known as an LLC. Now, sometimes it is better to register as an S Corp or a C Corp, but it does depend on your situation. But if you're not thinking of taking on investors and taking the company public, then registering as an LLC could be your best option. Now, the time it takes to register your business depends on the state. The time it takes for you to receive the documents may take up to a couple weeks. And once you have your business registered with your state and you've received those documents, then you can request an employer identification number from the IRS. This is also known as an EIN. So if I mention EIN during the video, you know what I'm talking about. Now, the EIN will be a number that gives your business its own identity, kind of like a social security number for you personally. And this is the number you'll be using when opening bank accounts and credit lines for your business, so your business builds their credit associated with that number. Now, once you have your EIN, that's really the moment you can start building business credit. You really can't start building business credit before this because you don't have an identification number that is associated specifically for your business. That's why I always recommend getting to this point right away when you first decide to open a business. It needs to be done anyways, so you might as well get it done and out of the way so you can not only build out credit for your business, but also build out real value in your business separate from your personal assets. And what I mean by that is if you ever want to sell your business, but you've been running all your purchase orders and sales through your personal bank account, you will have a much more difficult time evaluating the true value of the business and finding a buyer. The other beautiful thing about registering your business and having an EIN is if your business takes on debt or racks up fees, it is often only your business that is liable to pay those. If your business fails or doesn't have any money, then often your personal assets are not at risk. Now, don't take anything I say here today as legal or financial advice. I'm just speaking on personal experience and giving you ideas of what is possible with the proper structuring and organizing of your business assets. Now, there are other things you should do that will help you build business credit. One of which is providing lenders with an appearance of a complete professional organization. This means that you have a dedicated business phone number and that you have a business website and also a branded email associated with your website. An office space or virtual office address can also be a sign that you're a serious business. If a lender finds out that you don't have these things for your business, they will find it much more difficult to believe that you're a real business. To me, these are part of the basic necessities for any business, regardless if you're trying to build a business credit or not. You need to have a website where people can learn about your business and you need a professional way for potential clients and customers to contact you. Now, none of this needs to be that expensive either if you do it on your own. A business phone number that forwards your calls to your personal phone can cost you as little as $10 a month. And a website with hosting that includes a branded email can be built for as little as a few $100s and a hosting fee of around $8 a month. Now, much of that relies on you getting certain parts of the website done yourself, but it's not rocket science. It's more about knowing where to register your domain, get hosting, and then hiring a freelancer to take care of the rest. Remember, this video is free, and just like smashing that like button is free, if you forgot to like this video earlier, go ahead and click the like button and click subscribe along with that little bell next to it. I'm always working hard to bring you the best information about building business, credit, and other financial information. Now, as a recap, there's a couple sites you can go to that will help you establish a trade line right away for your business for a small monthly fee. If you want to get a trade line right away for your business without having to buy anything, you can open a secured business credit card or get a business credit card where you provide a personal guarantee. I personally think the secured business credit card or the business card with the personal guarantee are better options than the websites that have the monthly fee. And remember, those two types of credit cards are just temporary until you have the trade line history to get a business credit card that does not require a deposit or personal guarantee. After that, you never need to use those initial cards again. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. I do try and read those and answer as many as possible. And as always, you guys have a great day.